Oftentimes, I feel like things that happen in our lives are blessings in disguise, and I definitely feel like this might have been one of them. At least, I'm hoping it was one of them because of the timing and everything was just so spot on. It seemed like it only could have been a message of some sort for me, and I hope it meant that it was time for my next chapter. Before the event occurred, everything was fine. It was actually looking bright. I was at the point where I was learning Unity. I was studying it. I was making sure I knew everything about it. Initially started off with this company being a marketing artist, working in After Effects, Photoshop. But then as time went on, there were a few acquisitions that led me to switching gears and going to in product, where I needed to learn Unity. There was a moment in time where I actually got to work in Maya so that I could help out with like 3D rigging and be a part of that again. And then I saw a message that I had a meeting on a Thursday and it was from HR. And so I was like, okay, something's happening. I know this can't be good. I did look at my HR's calendar and I saw that they had a lot of 30-minute blocks before me, so I knew it could only mean one thing, and it was a layoff. My immediate thought was actually not on myself, but more so of others, and making sure that everything that I had to do, my tasks, were okay so that everyone else would be okay. In the moment when I was having my meeting with HR about this unfortunate event, I said I want to have a follow-up. That was the first thing that I said, that I wanted to follow up, that I wanted to discuss more about the severance package, what else could potentially fit for me within the company. That is something that is definitely going to happen. Hasn't happened yet, but we'll see how it goes. In order to kind of decompress myself and declutter my mind, I ended up cleaning. I cleaned my closet, and then I cleaned my living room, and then I cleaned the kitchen, and then I cleaned the litter box, and I took out the trash, and I cleaned, and it helped me feel better. It helped me kind of clear out my mind a little bit. I had some meetings with some coworker friends, understanding the process, and I was so grateful for everyone who had reached out and said, we're here for you if you need any assistance, and if you need help with anything, we're here for you. And I was just really grateful for that. And afterwards, after I had my chats with my coworkers, after I had deep cleaned my place, I took out my really big whiteboard and I jotted down everything that I was thinking of that needed to be done, because there's only a few weeks left. So there's a lot to do in a short period of time. And as I started to kind of flutter a little bit with my head, I jotted down everything from my financial expenses to what I need to do while I'm still at the company, collecting my assets and making sure that my 401k is okay, that even afterwards, if I get a severance package, what that could be, how much it will be, how I will be financially able to support myself afterwards, and while I'm hunting for the next big thing. Been roughly over 4 years, and I learned so much. I went from marketing art to actually in-game art. I got to meet so many amazing coworkers who are so talented in their fields. I got to work with various peoples. I got to work on several projects that I never thought I could get into. I got to do a lot of things and become a more general artist in tech, and that has been a really great and beneficial thing for me. And I appreciate it, and I have to appreciate it, because now with everything that has happened, I can feel more confident and I can feel more prepared in what could happen next. I know it's not going to be easy, and I know it's going to be difficult, but it's okay. I have to say it's going to be okay. I'm really glad that I was able to jot down everything that was in my head, because now that it's a long weekend, I made sure to exercise. I made sure to socialize. I made sure to just decompress and reassure myself that everything will be okay, that I can reassess myself, reassess what I need to do, and get what I need to get done in a timely manner. I've been really working hard on wellness and self-care, and I think at this point it's helping me just to keep breathing and not feel overwhelmed in this. I think that's really helpful. And I'm surprised that even through all of this, my initial thought too when I got the layoff was to just record myself. And mind you, I've actually been recording myself for a while now. I've been trying to make content and push forward my small business while also working the 9 to 5, which I know I can do because I've been doing it for a long time. But not everything that I record gets put out because it's all in all, sometimes it's just practice. Sometimes I just need to talk to the camera. And once that happened, I knew I had to record myself, and I knew that I would just want to share this and put this out there. If you're ever in a situation like me where you're suddenly flustered and you're not really too sure what to do, it's good to just mentally prepare yourself, right? My best advice would be to definitely have that follow-up. They might not have time to answer all of your questions, but if you definitely set up that follow-up, then they can help you with, questions about your severance package, insurance, what the next steps could be, what third-party companies they might be working with in order to help you move on with your next steps, talk about other opportunities within the company, talk about contracting, talk about any potential options that might be available. And if anything, get a letter stating that you were a part of a layoff. Now that it's been a couple days, I would say this is my 4th day, I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling good, and I'm ready to see what happens next, whether it is being able to find that 9 to 5 as soon as possible or being able to continue with this content and expanding my small business. I have a lot of opportunities for expansion and a new chapter, a new journey. I can't wait to do all of it. I'm going to keep a smile on for this. I'm actually kind of surprised that even yesterday, with everything that was happening, I was happy that I got to socialize yesterday. I was happy that I got to find this really great song that now I like to listen to, and it really uplifts me. I'm happy that I got to work out. I'm happy that I am still here. I'm happy. I'm happy for anything that could happen, and I'm going to be really grateful for it, no matter what. So the next steps right now for me today, because I'm definitely going to have to make this into a part 2, is that I'm going to go through my whiteboard and I'm gonna go down the list. I'm gonna fix up my resume while this long weekend is happening. Even though it's a long weekend and I don't have work tomorrow, it is what it is. So I'm gonna go through my steps. I'm gonna start off with my resume, my portfolio, taking all the assets and making a good reel, and start hunting.